I've heard a lot of older people and heads of companies refer to quiet quitters as lazy, and to a degree I do understand and appreciate that perspective. I don't think it's a great thing if broad swaths of people are just mentally checking out from their jobs.
Sometimes though, I believe the employers have to do better to keep their employees happy, stimulated, interested in their work, and rewarded appropriately. I think, again, it's a fine balance between overpaying someone for a position but making sure you keep the good people employed and engaged with their work. You don't want people checking out. If people are checking out in their work, I think it's really time to evaluate what's going wrong, why they're checking out. Is it the person? Is it the type of work? Is the work lacking something? Are you doing something as the employer? I tend to think the employer also takes a big chunk of responsibility in this one.
I'd like to applaud you. I couldn't agree more, man. I think, to a large degree, employers, hey, you guys are the ones that need help. You got to kind of work around Gen Z and understand what we're dealing with as a generation if you want the best quality talent from this generation. And I think a lot of times the older generations, who tend to be the employers, love to point the fingers at the kids without actually understanding what we're going through. You guys are lazy. Gen Z is lazy. You guys are scared of work. You guys don't like to be loyal. You got to look at it though, right? What is Gen Z tied down to? Mortgages? No. Housing prices are too high. Okay. Do they have kids? No. A lot of them are waiting till they get a house, and having a kid's really expensive. Well, man, they don't have kids to kind of tether them down and hold them to a job, hold them to a place, hold them sort of accountable. Okay, well, what about car payments? Yeah, some Gen Z does have expensive car payments, but at the same time, it's kind of like, why do I fear losing my car, or why would I even want a car if I can Uber everywhere and not have to worry about anything? I think you have to look at Gen Z and go, man, a lot of the things that older generations took for granted that would hold people to their jobs, Gen Z doesn't have that anymore. There's no way to really tether these people to their jobs. You have to think outside of the box. I almost want to say, if you want good Gen Z talent at all, you have to pay them enough money to actually own something. If somebody owns nothing, you have no leverage over them. Right? Why am I scared of getting fired? I don't have a big overhead and I can take any job and pivot and move. I almost think if people paid Gen Z more, Gen Z would be less likely to job hop because they would do things like get mortgages, have kids, get nice cars, right? And I really have to applaud Graham for saying this, man. You know, a lot of CEOs don't want to have that conversation, but hey, looking within sometimes is the way that you can actually grow, right? I think a lot of business owners are scared to admit, maybe we don't know how to motivate Gen Z.